What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down the description. If you have any college football gameplay you want me to break down, send me an email, leave me a comment. I will get to it. I know it's a big weekend. Obviously, if you have EA Play, I believe you've got a 10-hour trial. You can go ahead and take advantage of that. You know, while you're taking advantage of that 10-hour trial, you might want to look into a Glance LED so you can keep up to date with everything going on in the world of sports. No subscription fee. I can't stress that enough. You buy the unit, you plug it in, you connect it to your internet, tell it what you want to see, and then right in front of you, real live-time data from NFL, MLB. I'm watching as the games start right now, everything going on in Major League Baseball absolutely will change the way you live your life. I turn my unit on every single day, whether I'm watching news, movies, video games, creating content. It always lets me know what's going on in the world of sports, stocks, news, weather, all those things. Now, I'm going to talk about this gameplay here. We're going to go through some breakdowns, and I just want to say, listen, these screens, very basic, okay? It's what we expected, work in progress, not just with the state of the game, but also the game itself. But, you know, some of these details that in the past, EA has kind of made us wait for. You know, if these helmet stickers are something that we're going to see reflective of in-game use, if we're going to have the player of the game, all of that tied together, I actually really like these steps because, listen, I'm from Madden 06, where we got the most basic game ever. So bringing a game back to the marketplace and seeing this attention to detail, very important. I also want to focus on this score, okay? Because this shows us the argument I got on the last video. If it's on rookie, you know, oh, they messed with all the sliders. This is real gameplay from somebody that plays the game, okay? So let's just set that conversation aside because we know that's not the case. Now, when you look at some of the detail in the stadium, some of this does seem like it's going to get repetitive. Some of it does seem a little bit bland. But again, I'm going to withhold judgment. They put a lot of cutscenes in. They put a lot of work into these. How repetitive they're going to get remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, as I've said from really the jump, they've really paid attention to detail, all these teams, and it looks great. Now, gameplay. We're going to start off right here. Now, I want you to look at this double team. Normally, I would call someone Clint. In this situation, I really can't. This is a beautiful double team, right? This is what we wanted to see, but I want you to look behind. I want you to look at this coverage, and I want you to understand, why do we have players making this same exact cut, same exact change of direction? We talk all the time about this. It's not good to see players making the same movement. It's also really not good to see this route have so much open area because that linebacker was not moving. Okay, should always be firing your feet, ready to move. It doesn't happen in Madden, and now perhaps doesn't happen in NCAA. We're going to move forward. We're going to take a look at this pass. Now, again, when we're talking about X's and O's, we have to be mindful. As users, we can only do so much, okay? So we're going to see this kind of play develop. You're going to have this receiver covered by both the user and the safety. The safety is AI, all right? So we're going to watch him come down. Initially, beautiful job. Stays inside brackets. Looks great, okay? But the ball gets thrown to the other side. What does the AI do? Okay, the AI should be just as good, maybe a step behind you, if not better than the user. Okay, when we watch this happen, he continues to run down. He takes this elongated arc. And what does it get us? It gets us a scenario where look at how far behind he is in the play. This matters when you're playing the game and your user is 5 yards closer, even though you were further away when the ball was caught. Okay, these are things that really can't happen, especially if we're talking about players that are equal speed. Okay, because this matters. If you have a tackle get missed, you need that AI to be in great position for you to pick up. Now, we're going to talk about the interception. And again, there's positives, there's negatives. This is a user interception. So I'm hoping this is skill-based, right? I know QJB is a very good player. It's why he has the game early, why he's an ambassador for EA, all of those things. But what I like to see is the safety reacting accordingly. Okay, this safety, again, does a great job, even in the end zone, of going over and bracketing this receiver. Okay, plays both sides. Now, it turns out to be an interception. We're going to watch this run back. We see a lot of solid blocking. One of the biggest issues we've had with Madden is the ability for team change of directions, not just on defense to offense, offense to defense, but special teams too. So I really do like seeing how everyone was very seamless in going upfield, changing their assignments, starting the block, get the ball back out to midfield, even though this was basically intercepted at the goal line in the end zone. Now, I want to close this out just a couple minutes here to talk about something I'd mentioned before in terms of, can this game replace Madden? Did EA essentially create its own biggest competition? Now, if you didn't pay attention, we learned a little bit about the College Ultimate Team earlier this week. And one of the things we learned about was the fact that they have got past NFL players in the game, and they are planning on leveraging them back into their collegiate teams. And I think, number one, it's a very good idea. A lot of times you want to see those all-time greats replicated in the game. That's why Madden Ultimate Team goes back to so many past NFL players. But when we're talking about bringing them into the college realm, I think you're also talking about taking what we generally see being the most successful EA game mode, which is Madden Ultimate Team. You are taking now NFL players that, if they're not familiar with based on their career history, because there is an age difference here. I mean, listen, when you have players, even like myself, I never saw Ted Hendricks play, but Ted Hendricks has been in Madden Ultimate Team for quite a while. So you do have gamers now that have built a familiarity with these NFL legends. Okay, when they have the ability to buy them in NCAA Ultimate Team and play them as their college counterpart, do they not naturally lose a little bit of their luster when it comes down to playing them in their NFL team? Right? How much is someone really going to want to invest from a time perspective, okay, from a financial perspective, to play Peyton Manning, Madden Ultimate Team as a Bronco, as a Colt, versus NCAA Ultimate Team as going back to Tennessee? That is a very slippery slope in which EA is operating. And I do not believe that they are going to have the capacity to kind of limit how much of these players move in and move out, or how many true college legends they're going to build back into this game. I think essentially they're going to look at name recognition and name value to create the desire for people to want those players. And it just so happens that many of them work hand in hand. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some truly collegiate legends, Marcus Dupree is an example, but for the most part, name recognition amongst players is really going to be the same. So it brings up this question that I've proposed a couple times. Do you really care now about Madden? Does EA really care about Madden? Because if they can have a game out earlier that is, at least to some degree, visually fresh, the gameplay even marginally better, and can sell essentially the same exact thing. Big part of, I think, them bundling together was realizing that, hey, people may not really have as much interest in the NFL brand and the NFL experience as we think, because ultimately the community has just wanted simulation football. And are we delivering that now within the college atmosphere with a deeper dynasty mode that's going to attract simulation gamers, as well as obviously everything else that we might have missed from an atmosphere standpoint in the NFL, when they really never went out and brought in things like mascots or fans or stadiums the way I think personally they should have, in reality, the way we've seen in the past. So that to me is going to be the first kind of college football breakdown. Some good things, some questionable things, some Madden-esque things but also an underlying concern of, is Madden even going to matter this year when this game releases? Just a couple days. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching it. There is no way that I will not be back with, really, I can assure you, more content than ever in the week with more commentary.